Hey guys, thanks for tuning back into the channel, and today we've got a stolen truck recovery. And what's all that about? Well, I'll tell you coming up. I was looking at a 2005 Ford F350. It was an XLT, wasn't loaded, but it had a lot of good options. And I basically was emailing the guy back and forth with the truck and, you know, the details of it and everything. It was in very beautiful shape. It was one of the ones that had low mileage. The body was repainted, but it was done quality. The interior was good. It had the infamous 6-liter powerstroke turbo diesel. It ran great. The best thing about it, it was not modified. So from that, I decided to make the purchase and fly out here to buy the truck. And so on April the 14th, hopped on a plane, came down to Leduc, Alberta, and met up with the guy the following day on the 15th. We did the transaction. Everything went smooth. I bought this truck right here. Looks gorgeous. No problems. Did the paperwork. Went to insure it. Now, the app only said that I was able to only insure it because it was a weekend after hours, that they would only do liability, call in for extra coverage. So basically, that's what I did. Didn't worry about it. I knew the truck does have a bad reputation on theft and getting stolen. So I took all the precautions that I thought I could take. I parked it in a very good parking spot at the hotel, under a camera, in the light. I was up and back, forth all night, looking at the truck, making sure everything was good. Next morning, 8:30 comes. Got down to the hotel parking lot. Truck's still there. Unlock it, throw my jacket in. It's time to go. Went back up to the hotel room. There, I decided to take a quick shower. Jumped in the shower. 10 minutes later, got out and said, "Where's my wallet?" I said, "Oh, geez, I left it in my in the truck," which was no big deal because I still had the keys. It was locked up. And got back down maybe not even a half hour, 25 minutes later, and the truck was gone. 11 days later, get a call from the RCMP of Leduc, which originally were looking at my truck theft, and they located the truck in a field in Leduc County, and they towed it to a Brenton Tire and Tow, which is another rural area in Brenton, Alberta. So I got a call to say, pick up your truck. It's not in very good shape, but it does run and drive. Speaking with the tow truck operator, they said it's kind of messed up with graffiti. I'll throw some of these pictures on. As you can see, it doesn't look very good. The degenerate who did this, you know, obviously has got nothing else better to do. They chose a real interesting path in life. So anyway, I'm out here now, and this is part of this episode, is my truck recovery and unveiling of my 2005 Super Duty. Hopefully it's not gone too far past. Well guys, I'm here at Brenton Tire and Tow. These guys are amazing. They helped me out quite a bit, and I do really appreciate Shane and his team for recovering my truck and for you know, taking good care of it while we're working it on. And again, the assistance is greatly appreciated in these hard times. Sorry about the wind noise if there's a bit windy. It's got a bit of a breeze, and I do not have my mic here, so we might have a little bit of a wind discrepancy, so I do apologize. Hopefully it's not too bad. But anyway, guys, here's the truck. This is supposed to be unveiled on a proper unveiling, but now it's going to be unveiled during a theft recovery. So it's complete. I'm happy to say it. It looks good. Typical thieves doing a lot of damage to it. You know, disregarding your property, not caring. It's, you know, one of their badge of honors as being a lowlife of, you know, doing things to other people's property because they probably, you know, don't have the brain power to do something productive in their life. So with that said, let's go take a look. The guy's going to be towing it very shortly here. We're going to start it up. It is loud, so they probably cut the cats off of it. So that's one of the speculations that I have to do, but it does start, run and drive. It does have brakes, but it goes to the floor to stop, so there's going to be something within the braking system that needs to be touched, and of course a complete detail and restoration of the vehicle. They did paint the front bumper, and then they painted part of the fender, so I'm going to need some body work as well. Doesn't look like it's dented up at all. Again, dirty. I'll have to kind of really go through the whole thing. So let's go take a look at the 2005 Ford F350, the one that was supposed to be unveiled in a proper unveiling, but fortunately we're doing a theft unveil. So here it is. A little bit of glare from the sunlight. Again, I got pictures that I'll show you what it looked like before the theft recovery. And it was a lot better. Again, the headache racks are gone, the new tires are gone. It's obviously dirty and junky and stuff like that. So this is actually, from talking to them, one of the better ones that were recovered. So anyway, let's go take a look. So what they said that they do is they try to camouflage the truck, because when you have a stolen vehicle, you give pictures and identification to the officers to what they're looking at. So the first thing they do is they debadge it, and then they try to paint it and camouflage it so it doesn't stick out as a fresh vehicle. And then of course they use the Ford F350 to do a lot of other crimes, to do a lot of other opportunities of theft. And because the F350 is so easy to steal, it's kind of the truck of choice. So anyway, as you can see, it's kind of dirty, no big deal. Wheels and tires have been changed, and the worst of it is the interior. It's got some graffiti over here. It is really, really dirty. I don't want to open it up too much, I don't want to ding it. So again, they just kind of destroyed the whole thing. They rode on it. They ripped the rear view of the sun visor on the passenger side. They ripped, and of course they just kind of went through the whole thing. So they probably put, I gotta look at my odometer, probably about 3,000 kilometers on it. I think it had 34, so they drove it around quite a bit. They probably drove it really hard. So again, this is what is left. This isn't working, so they probably broke this door. That was working before, but I see the door, oh there it goes, just stuck. So again, this is a theft recovery from the after about 11 days of on the road. So they wrote on the dashboard, of course they wrote some unsavory things. They got the steering wheel, they basically did the lock there. That's how they kind of jammed it in, and then they just went to town on it. So it's going to need a complete detailing, restoration, new sun visor on the passenger side. But again, it doesn't look like it's not too bad. Now, where it gets expensive is if they do any mechanical issues. So we'll see. So that's start and run and drive. Doesn't look like they beat it up too bad. Let me see. Oh, they took that part out, the air filter. So they kind of drove the hell out of it. Let's see. Oil on it. So it's got full oil. So that's not bad. All right, so I found the dipstick, which is behind there. The coolant looks low on it, so that's kind of a concern. I'll have to kind of look at that before we start her up. And then basically that's it. See how she, see what she does when she runs. So it was found in a field. They dumped it in the bushes. The gentleman who found it called the cops in, and then they recovered it from me. So it was kind of local in the Leduc area is where they found it. So that's kind of where, you know, it kind of ended. So thankfully it's not burnt, because that is another factor of stolen vehicles. A lot of these are stolen here. They just seem to dump them in the rural area. So that's kind of what we're looking at with this truck. When they painted the bumper, they did a lot of overspray here. So they painted this. This truck's gonna definitely need a touch-up and probably to be repainted in some of the areas. But you know, they dented this part of the lower bumper for when they were ramming, and then they kind of gouged everything underneath it there. So again, not the greatest. Obviously I'm not happy with the way they left it, but I am happy that you know, they recovered my truck. So again, big shout out to Brenton Tire and Tow here in Brenton, Alberta. They've been very accommodating, and I really do appreciate their assistance in trying to get this truck going. So we're gonna go load it up now. We're gonna take it to my buddy's house, and then we're gonna do a lot more inspection on it. Actually, one thing that I want to kind of inspect, so we're gonna put some coolant in the decaf bottle, and then yeah, so it's got no brake fluid in it. So again, that's going to be another factor of, did they pinch a brake line when they were going off-roading or not. So again, just a real fun bunch to deal with, and that's about it, guys. But anyway, guys, we're going to catch you in a little bit. I'm going to tow this thing up, I'll film all that, and then we'll catch you on the next episode, or we'll catch you up a little bit later on, and then I'll end it to catch you up on the next episode. So stay tuned. She could be a head gasket. I see a lot of smoke coming from it, but she does run good. I mean, it's all running on each cylinders. Doesn't seem to be missing, but she's smoking, so I got to figure that out. So that'll be basically what we're gonna do. So I'm gonna shut the hood and we're gonna load her up. So now she's going stage 1 of where the restoration process begins, or potentially. Like I said, gotta crawled right up there. She does move and start and stop. Made it to its first stop. I'm taking it to my buddy's house, who's gracefully enough to let me keep it here. So we're just gonna unload it now, park it, and then call it a day. So anyway, guys, this concludes this video. So that's my was supposed to be unveiled 2005 F350 turbo diesel. Again, this video is going to show a little bit about its progress on, you know, how to make it, how to bring it back to its former glory, and what I need. So we're going to assess it first. We're going to do it tip to tail, top to bottom. We're going to make a list at it and see what it needs, and then I'll have to make a decision what I'm going to do. So anyway, guys, thanks for tuning in. You'll see more content and hopefully we will catch you on the next episode of Corradetti Motorsports. You guys stay loose for now. I'll talk to you soon.